My name is John Constantine. I'm the one who steps from the shadows, all trenchcoat and arrogance. I'll drive your demons away, kick them in the bollocks and spit on them when they're down, leaving only a nod and a wink and a wisecrack. I'll walk my path alone, because let's be honest, who'd be crazy enough to walk it with me?
I'm here with Matt Ryan, the star of Constantine, which debuts on October 24th on NBC. It's great to finally meet you, man.
Oh, thanks, man. You too.
Constantine is an incredible role to land. How familiar were you with Constantine and Hellblazer before getting this role?
I wasn't really familiar with the comic books, to be honest with you. I'd seen the movie, but didn't really associate it with the comic books after I started reading them. I had a really good friend of mine who it's his favorite character, it's his favorite comic book series, and he'd been telling me about it for years and years, so it's always been in the background. And then when I got the role, he was like, right, okay, I need to sit you down and I need to tell you about this character. And he kind of like took me through it all. So it was great because I had a real fan kind of taking me through it and telling me about it, you know.
Well, you have him filling you in on everything. Did you then get a chance to maybe read any of the books?
I started reading the comics. I jumped around a bunch. You know, I read the Newcastle stuff, the Swamp Thing when he was first introduced, and the Dangerous Habits, which is still my favorite to this day. And there's still a lot more to get through, man. I'm trying. You know, but with the busy schedule we have, you know, it's going to be a long time.
I saw the first episode, and you definitely fit perfectly into the role here. One thing I did notice is that when they were talking about his past, they said, you know, you're an exorcist, but in the comics, he's really sort of a troubled, failed magician that went into the occult and everything like that. They seem to leave the magician part out. Was there any changing in the story for that, or is it just unnecessary?
No, I think that, you know, that's all there. I think that maybe just in that moment he says, you know, he's an exorcist, he's a demonologist, he's a master of the dark arts, he's a magician, he's all those things. All those things are still there.
The other thing too that I was glad they addressed in the first episode was about his family. And is there something maybe in the first season, will they do some flashbacks where we get to see John's family?
I don't know. That's something you'd have to ask the writers. I'd hope so, man. That's some really cool stuff. But you know, it's something that's always with John, and it's something that drives him. So you know, it's something that can come out at any time.
Now, there was an incredible reception to it at San Diego Comic-Con with all the Constantine stuff. It hasn't even aired yet, but the promos are going, and there's a lot of buzz built about it. Are you starting to notice people recognizing you as you're out in public?
To be honest with you, no. You know, I've just been, you know, going from my apartment to work and from work to my apartment, so I haven't been out much. It's actually really nice to be here at New York Comic Con because I feel like I've been let out, you know.
Yeah. You were also in the Assassin's Creed video game series. How awesome is that?
That was awesome, man. That was so much fun to do there, and that whole franchise is amazing. The team behind that series is amazing as well.
Are you a big gamer?
I'm not a huge gamer, but I do play. I like playing Assassin's Creed. It's so funny, like when you're actually playing with yourself. Do you know what I mean? And a bunch of my mates were like, "Can you keep the noise down?" And I was like, "It's not me, but it is me, but it's not really me," you know. And because there's my voice on the screen, and yeah, that's a fantastic game, and I still haven't finished it yet because it takes a lot of time, but it's a great game.
When you were getting ready to start doing everything for Constantine, table reads, reading the scripts, all that stuff, did they explain you not really being too familiar with the comic book series? Are they sticking pretty much close to the comic book series, or are they just using elements as a foundation and going in a different direction?
We're trying to stay true to the kind of the DNA of the comics and the comic book character. We're actually going to be pulling storylines directly out of the Hellblazer series, and then, you know, doing some of our own as well. So it's going to be a kind of an accumulation of the both. But you know, the one thing that's really important that David and Daniel have stressed from the beginning, and which I think is great for the fans, you know, the old and new fans, is that we're trying to stay true to the DNA of it, and obviously transposing this character and these stories from a comic book to the TV screen. You know, it's a different medium, so we have to kind of translate it in a way, and we're doing that. But yeah, it's staying true to the core DNA of the characters in the books.
Constantine debuts on NBC on October 24th. So my last question to you is: when Constantine has a full run, becomes a huge success and a smash for NBC, are you going to push for your own action figure?
Man, that would be awesome. I think you should push for it, man. That would be awesome. I really want my own action figure. That'd be cool.
Matt, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, my friend. Have a good one.